Well, Danny, that's the end of your 4 games stint in the Hampshire shirt. What's it felt like playing for Hampshire again?
No, it's quite cool. Obviously, a little bit odd to start with, especially that first game. But you slowly get used to it in this comp, and we played some good cricket in patches. And obviously, it's disappointing not to play well enough.
And you were doing exactly the same role as you were doing all those years ago. A few runs early on, maybe even in the power play, and you're on and shore up one end.
Yeah, the conditions have probably suited spinners during the 4 games we played. So it's been nice to have that assistance at times. And yeah, it's probably something I've done for a little while now. So it's just trying to be as consistent as possible with that.
And maybe when your time at Hampshire, not unusual, well, certainly to finish bottom of a tournament, but not win more than you lose.
Yeah, I suppose that's a disappointing thing. We felt like we were close. We obviously had the Super Over game, and then the Lahore game was close. And we knew today we had to try and score at a rate, especially in the chase there. And it looked a little bit trickier second half, and become fairly hard work towards the end.
I was going to say that. I mean, it was the same wicket as last night. Both sides last night were 5 down inside the power play, but that wicket seems to have changed character overnight.
Yeah, I mean, this morning the two openers for them batted really well, and I think even the back end of their innings it probably started to change a little bit, and probably leaked into our innings as well. And I think at the end there, when we had to score at a decent rate to try and go above on net run rate, it got fairly difficult.
Two things then. I mean, obviously being out there, what's been good about Hampshire in this tournament, if anything, really?
I think it's probably more exposure for youngsters. Like it's good for obviously Woody and stuff as a new leader. And then I think the youngsters get an exposure to tournaments like this. It should stand them in good stead going into next summer.
How have you found bowling on these wickets?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a bit different. You have to hit slightly different areas, and sort of you have to be a little bit more aggressive, I suppose, and think wickets or think dot balls. Where sometimes in England you might just be thinking about going for a runner ball.
Has any of the sides surprised you here?
Um, yes and no. I think on paper all the sides look quite good. Victoria, obviously, you come into it thinking, oh, they haven't got the names, but they've played together and they've had some special innings and special guys with the ball. So they've probably caught me by surprise to an element, but all the teams are good, and actually the cricket's been really good.
Yeah. Just finally, I guess you've had a chance to renew old friendships at Hampshire. Trips like this, 2 weeks, are probably the best way of bonding. Has it been nice to do that away from the cricket?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously catching up with Woody, Dorse, Benny, a little bit different, but no, I mean, people don't change over time. It's been good fun.
And what do you do now? Because you're still with Warwickshire. So when you go back next week, what's the plan?
Yeah, back next week, and then it will be probably a couple of days off, and then back into winter training again with Warwickshire.